I cannot get over Oil Zone's music. I don't pick it on purpose. I hit shuffle, but God, it's so fucking good. Hopefully, I'm not half asleep today. I don't even know why I was yesterday. I felt fine. Probably just a long day, which I had today as well, but in a different kind of way. Ugh. It's the last day of Blood Moon, chat. Guess who can't count? So, before we get going, I do want to talk about the OTS video that came out today. Because I feel like... Hi, kid. I feel like the OTS video today was an interesting showcase of the problems of trying to make Dead by Daylight work. Like, genuinely, I feel like this video, like, showcases so... the odd situation is divisive. But no, genuinely, like, if you haven't seen this video, by the way, I shouldn't have to fucking link Oddstarva, but not Oddstarva. There's your name right there. If you're on a Dead by Daylight channel, you don't know who this is. I don't know how you exist.
It's something terrible, something that I don't recommend you ever try. I played and some really.
But like, he played 100 matches of solo queue, and something I want to point out is this: the escape rates. So, according to this, he escaped, and we're just going to cut the average here and just say he escaped 50% every 2 matches. Now, the question becomes, and again, this is the problem with balancing Dead by Daylight, because all of those killers he went against in those 100 matches technically drawed. Technically, his team drawed, but he won. And like I keep saying this over and over again, I feel like the problem with DBD is that there's 3 factors right there. It's not just 2. Everyone thinks about the 2. Like everyone thinks about the killer versus the survivor experience, but realistically, you have to look at it from the killer, the individual survivor, and the team, because you like Dead by Daylight is in this weird situation where one person can die and lose, the killer loses and the team wins, but nobody cares about the team winning, just the individuals getting out. So it makes the game so difficult to like balance around, because are we balancing Survivor around the assumption of a team? Not even necessarily in a Swift, just as a team. Or are we balancing Survivor around the assumption of the individual? Because those are 2 different balancing philosophies, and they require 2 different methods to do it. It's like exhaustion, right? Like, exhaustion from an individual survivor is very powerful, but if you look at it in the context of the bigger game, it's really not that big of a deal. Same with slowdown. Like, it's not that big of a deal until you're looking at it from an individual perspective. Then it becomes an annoyance and probably really bad to deal with. And, like, I don't know what the solution is. Even stuff like this, like again, like look, average escapes. Now, granted, he split this up in 2 because 2v8 and whatnot, but he even says here, like, you know, during 2v8, the killers were getting 0 kills, okay, and his escape rate was 63%. Like again, the question I want to ask though is things like, when a survivor, should a survivor, an individual survivor, I don't mean as a team, should an individual survivor be able to be good enough at this game with enough agency to escape, like, let's say 75% of their matches? Should that be a thing? Because if the answer is yes, how do you balance that around all four of them being able to do that? Like, that is what I feel like the devs have such a struggle with, and even the community. Because how do you actually. How? These are two completely different factors that, like, don't have anything to do with each other, but also, like, simultaneously connect. It's the same thing with that 4 kills right there, like, most common 4 kills, 50. Like, but that's the thing though. Like I don't disagree, Links. But if you go with making it so survivors are independent, ironically, I think that makes the game more miserable for the killer side. Because because on the killer side, in theory, if you make Survivor extremely independent, one survivor can dictate the entire match. And if all four of them are good enough to do that, then you're not gonna kill anybody, let alone like down anybody. And then if you make it more team centric, then solo queue suffers on Survivor. Because now you feel like you can't do much as an individual, and you're just a chess piece on the board. And simultaneously, it feels bad on the killer side, because now, whenever you lose, it feels like you were trying to fight an opponent that wasn't even there because they were using teamwork against you. It's a weird conundrum because again, it's like in like a game like Overwatch. It's team v team, so obviously the game is very team centric, and you know they've changed over the years on how individually based they want the game to be, and they've noticed that it's better to allow people to be individuals that can contribute a lot more because it brings a better sense of feeling, ironically feeling like you're part of the team. Dead by Daylight like seems to like not have that, and I wonder what the solution is. You can't, Darth. That's the thing. You can't. If you make it so a killer is really good in the 4v1 and the 1v1, then they just feel too oppressive. That's the problem with killers like Blight, like Nurse, like even like Dracula to a degree, not nearly on the same level, but or Ghoul, because then you have killers like Deathslinger, whose 1v4 is terrible, but his 1v1 is one of, if not the best in the game. And you have to like lever that out. And if you make it too even, then the killers become homogenized. And then that's a whole different issue. And like it. And that's not even getting into map design or balance or perks. Like again, like many people have stated out, a lot of perks on Survivor side really aren't that bad. They're just bad when all four people bring them. Like dealing with one dead hard is annoying, but like it's not that big of a deal. Dealing with four of them though is annoying. Same with sprint bursts. Like it's just it. Ugh. Because the thing is, if we try to buff killers to deal with both scenarios, it's not as black and white to do it, because what does that even mean? Because to deal with a 1v4, a lot of the times the solution is to buff their map mobility. And for a lot of killers, you can't really do that without just adding map mobility to their powers somehow. And then again, you run into the homogenization problem. And then if you want to buff their 1v1, you have to buff their anti-loop. And depending on the killer, again, if they don't have anti-loop in their kit, then you have to add it, which in turn leads to more homogenization. And at that point, you're not even picking a killer, you're just picking a skin. What if we made Springtrap's Doors base kit for everyone? I mean, why not? Fuck it. Well, let's do it. Well, and that's the other thing. This whole power roll thing that I hear people bring up. When you're playing, like... And I'm going to bring it up again just because I've been playing it a lot. But, like, Overwatch, right? You have DPS. Now, technically, it's called damage. Just because it's the damage roll, does that mean they should be able to one-shot everybody? Doom Eternal is a game about being, like, an all-killing demon... Like, an all-killing demon slayer. But you gotta get good to do it. If you don't get good, that game is not gonna hold your hand and let you just live the power fantasy. You gotta earn the power fantasy. I'm not saying Dead by Daylight balance and how it currently is makes it a little bit more difficult, especially since it's a PvP game, which also leads in. So wouldn't that in turn mean that the mere idea of Dead by Daylight is bad game design then? By that same logic? Killer's the power roll, but how far does that statement extend? I'm being a bit facetious, by the way, with that question. Don't think about it too hard. But how far does the claim the killer is the power roll go? Does that mean the killer should be able to just win every match if they try hard enough? Like, again, like, I just... We're at this point with Dead by Daylight, and I say this so much, is that I don't know the direction the devs want to take the game. But I also don't know the direction the community wants to take the game, and it makes it so difficult to talk about because of that. The style of symmetry is so relatively niche and unheard of. I know, and that's the biggest problem with trying to buff and or not buff and nerf, but balance and like adjust this game is because it is so unique. But like again, like when I hear the term like killer should be the power rule, I always like wonder, to what extent does that, how far does that statement go? What does that actually mean? And again, that also leads into the beginning of this entire tangent is like how much individual agency should a survivor player have? Because, again, if we give them too much, which I think is what's happening right now, I know people will say, oh, it's not the survivors, it's the perks, which is the survivors, but still, like, I just, it's a genuine thing. Like, again, if a survivor player is good enough and brings the right perks every single match, should they be able to escape 70% of their matches? And if the answer is yes, how do you apply that to all 4 survivors while it's still being fair for the killer role? And vice versa. If a killer brings the right perks and plays well enough, should they be able to 4K 70% of their matches? I'm just using 70% as like a high number. But regardless, should a killer be able to do that? And if the answer is yes, what agency do the Survivor players even have at that point? Where is the line? Killer is offense and Survivor is defense. Ironically, Jen, I actually think it's the opposite. Big behavior thrives off our hate and uses it to fuel their war on the rest of Canada. We are the problem, except for me, of course. Yeah, everyone's an idiot except for me. Anyone watching this, you can take that out of context. Go right for it. Why not? Survivors already have more than enough base kit and perk-wise. I truly do believe the killer role should have something base kit. I mean, we tried to, and then we didn't. The problem with adding things base kit on killer role is just the difference in killers. And that's the other thing. Like, it's easy to add something base kit Survivor. Like, it's like, oh, we add base kit borrow time. Alright, cool. Every Survivor is exactly the same, so this doesn't matter. I mean, honestly, Gent, like, the whole defense versus offense thing at that point is just semantics. I get what you're saying, though. I understand what you meant by that statement. But on killer roll, it's like, okay, we had base kit, pop goes the weasel. All right. Well, Trapper can't really use that very well. Wraith and Hillbilly can use it decent. Nurse can use it decent. Myers can't use it very well. Hag can't use it really at all. Doctor can use it okay. Bubba can't really use it that great. Huntress can't use it that great. See what I'm saying? Like, and that's just base kit pop. Base kit barbecue and chili. I mean, Hillbilly, Blight, Nurse, Twins, Ghoul, Dracula, they'll use it amazing. What the fuck is Trapper gonna do with base kit barbecue and chili? What does he care? I think people are overreacting about the boon, and I am waiting, and I don't usually do this. I don't usually do this when people overreact about things. When that boon hits PTB and people realize it's not that good because it's a boon and it would only affect the gen in the area and it has so many limiters on it, I want an apology from everybody. Everybody. If I'm wrong, I'll take it. But if I'm not, I want an apology from everyone saying it's going to be problematic. Yeah, and then there's killers like Singularity, who was terrible. And then, like, even, like, Springtrap, like, the anti-tunnel stuff where it was, like, base kit pop, base kit barbecue and chili. That stuff synergizes with Springtrap, like, to a point to where I'm convinced that he was designed. Where he was designed with that in mind. But, again, it's the thing, like, it should be a tipping scale. But again, the problem is that on the Survivor side, you still have to have individual agency. It's just to what degree do we give that individual agency? And if we give too much, Killer feels miserable. But if we give too little, then Survivor feels useless. Oh, I'm not going to apologize. I've seen the community do it before. In both ways. Remember when, Remember when this perk was going to break the game, everybody? Does anyone remember that? Because I do. We're not going to talk about that one? What about this one? Remember when this perk was going to break the game, everybody? Even now, remember when Flow State was going to break the game? Okay, to be fair, people didn't say it was going to break the game for Flow State. They just They said it was going to be really powerful, but I still never fucking see it. My name is Bennett, and I was wrong. This is the Bennett Wrong song. Da 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 da. I definitely wouldn't say problematic, but with how people have been feeling with how gens go, especially after Fast Track got reworked, like 100. No. That's the thing, kid. Though I understand the concerns. It's just people are like, I've seen people talking about it like it's gonna, like it's literally gonna kill the game when it releases. I don't think devs need to make it any more miserable by buffing survivors independently. Right, but then why would you ever play solo queue if independency doesn't matter? Yeah, I think it'll make it alive. I had this discussion about diminishing returns last night. I actually really don't want to talk about diminishing returns because every time I do, it doesn't turn into an argument, but it's a cyclical discussion that basically hinges on me thinking behavior will be fine because it's going to future-proof the game and it'll be better in a year. Versus the people that don't think they're going to do anything about it and it kills the game. Because for a lot of people, they don't like that they can't stack things, even though you still can. It's not as effective. Hi, I come in here just to say Innard's Molten Freddy skin got a unique Last Man Standing theme in Bite by Night, and it's a remix of Madness by Nate Wants to Battle, and it's so fucking good. Gara 1. Thank you, Yoshi. What if we got rid of solo queue and forced survivors to make long-lasting friendships with amazing and cool people? The game would die. I hate to tell you this, the game would fucking die. Oh, no, kid, don't get me wrong, and I've mentioned this before, like, the diminishing returns thing, especially the one on the PTB, isn't perfect by any stretch of the imagination. I don't think it is at all. But I do think it is good for the future of the game. I'm just saying, when Marvel Rivals adds a diminishing return system for their CC, I think, yeah. Okay, I sleep now. Have a good time, but then... Thank you, Yoshi, for your contribution to the conversation. Everyone should go play Bite by Night, by the way. It's on Roblox. It's 100% free. It takes like 2 minutes to download, too. I may or may not be using that in a video at some points for a discussion. What? This is bullshit. Do you know who I am? I just hit the fucking... I just hit the Q button. Okay, fine. I guess I'll fucking... Shit. It happens sometimes. When you open the game, sometimes it won't verify easy anti-cheat. So here's the thing about Bite by Night. I enjoy it, but I don't like playing it. Because I'm not the biggest fan of the controls. Yeah, I'm restarting. Also, originally, chat, I wasn't going to stream tonight because I was going to play Mouse PI, but it doesn't release till 11 in the morning. I don't know why, but I've been waiting for this game for like 3 goddamn years. I'm so excited. I don't usually get hyped about games anymore. Thoughts on the killers? Springtrap is fine. I like the idea. I like the idea of him having different actual different states. Also, I love that Springtrap gets a fire axe in that game and no one cares. People are cool with him getting an axe in that game, but when he gets it in Dead by Daylight, it's a fucking problem for some reason, and it's not thematically appropriate. Innard's cool. I like that they try to do a stealth design. It's just... I don't... Again, it runs into the stealth character problem that every video game runs into. And the Mimic, I like the idea. Like, stance switching with the Mimic is really cool. But again, I think Innard, and I've been seeing the discussions on the game balance wise and whatnot, and again, like one of the posts, Yoshi actually showed it to me. It inspired me to do a video on it, and I think Innard is one of the better examples of the problem stealth characters have in every PvP team game. Because again, like by night, it hasn't been out for very long, so obviously things are still being figured out. But some people think he's really good. Some people think he's like the worst character in the game. Now, granted, there's only 3 characters, but still. But the reasons for both sides thinking that are both like correct and solid reasons. No, even TF2. A lot of people think, again, Spy is the best character in the game, and some people think he's the worst character in the game. And they're both correct at the same time. And it is unfortunate. And I don't know how you fix it. Cheryl? I wanted to get her tormented. Before I got her down, because I'm pretty sure the rest of them... I mean, I saw 3 flashlights. I'm gonna take my L there. I can't tell if the Ada had sprint burst or life. Huh. Did you really wrap all the way around just to avoid the torment? I think she wrapped all the way around just to avoid that torment. That's fucking insane. I believe Bloodbound, I think we're still supposed to get a solo paragraph, aren't we? Because I'm pretty sure that's what it's supposed to be. Cheryl, you don't understand. Good. Send you to a cage. Well, she still gets tormented anyways. Always bet on FNAF Rift. I mean, it probably is a Rift, because we do get a new Rift tomorrow, right? Am I wrong? Do we get a new Rift tomorrow? Man, when that shit works out. Boy, does it feel good. Thalita uncaged her. We're still waiting on the Vanny skin for Legion. Are we still banking on that? I feel like we shouldn't be banking on that. Okay. That actually caught me off guard. Is she really going? Goodbye. Actually, Thalita, I don't care about you. Okay, I know where Ada is. Okay, that should be the Cheryl. Yeah, Ada's still there. That's the Cheryl. Well, I didn't want to go for the Nancy, but that works, I guess. See, the 100% best play right now would be to go for, Hold up, watch this. Thank you, Thalita. Oh, that was genius. Oh, that was fucking genius. Oh my god, we haven't forgotten about Foxy. Yep. Nope. Yeah, Foxy wasn't forgotten. I cannot believe that fucking worked. For those that don't, like, didn't notice what I just did there, by the way. Felita had Scarlet Egg, and I am Wonder, so she would run in front of Cheryl. Is it on the 28th? Oh. Oh, what a fucking play. What? Why the hell did she get up? What was that? What? The animation bug? Because if she was cheating, she did a really shitty job at it. Yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of this rift. I know some people were. It just wasn't for me personally. It does make you wonder what the entire point of... Like, it does make you wonder, would it have been better for them to make, like, the human Henry, like, the killer, and then make the veiny one the skin? If it would have gone the same or not? Why the hell do I have 5 notifications? Did she just get up because of conviction exponential? Was the recovery just that fast that before she hit the ground, she gets up? Diminishing returns shouldn't be a thing, by the way, chat. 12 days? Okay, yeah, my bad. Let's see. Counter this. Oh, I heard it get set up twice. I just didn't care. It's only 25%, so I guess it... Well, it's 100%. And then 25%. Yeah, so... Yeah, I guess... Yeah, I guess she just pressed E halfway down the fucking thing. I thought she was cheating. Countered this build. I didn't counter this build, but, you know, I didn't have to deal with Dead Hard. Countered this build, and I barely had to deal with that one. Pyramid Head's stupid. I am still so proud of myself for tormenting that Cheryl. I'm so proud of myself for that. That's a clip. That's a fucking clip right there. Oh, yeah, I think 4 is plenty for now. I still do wish Attack on Titan was a full chapter. I mean, I don't know. I'm happy with just skin collabs, personally. Oh, we're almost done with Wesker. I think we should be able to finish things up. We finished up Skull Merchant. Attack on Titan isn't an anime? Lynx, you need to finish that statement, because that is a very controversial thing to say. What do you mean Attack on Titan isn't an anime? How does the Titan kick a gen when it's like 20 miles tall? You know, I've had this discussion before, and people hate my take on this. I hate the phrase anime. I hate it. I hate the phrase anime. I hate it so much. And the reason I hate it is because I feel like it's very limiting. And it just leads to divisiveness. Like, I remember the conversation got started again when Avatar: The Last Airbender got on Netflix. But it's like, is that an anime? And if it's not, why? Is Akira an anime? Because if I remember correctly, hang on, let me double check Akira. Is it Akira? I don't think it's Akira. What is the fucking anime I'm thinking of? There's like an anime, a very popular anime that was made in Germany. And because it was made in Germany, it technically doesn't fall under the term anime, which is stupid because it falls under every other thing. No, I don't. No. My problem is I don't like the fact that anime, by its technical definition, I don't like this, and I never have. A style of Japanese film and television animation, typically animated as adults as well as children. I don't like that it has to be tied to a country or a culture to be considered anime. By definition. I've never liked that. I don't like the label. I think it's too limiting, and again, it leads to fighting. Big shocker, Big Manette just hates foreign cultures. Oh, don't forget, chat. It's National Burt Gummer Day, by the way, chat. If you don't know who Burt Gummer is, either Google it and educate yourself or get the fuck out. Does anime mean like an art style? No, not necessarily. I mean, to a degree, yes. But that's the thing. I've always asked this question. What separates anime from just animation? What's the difference? I mean, if you showed me two images, I could probably tell you. The Frosty the Snowman movie is an anime. Also, by the definition of what anime is, like I just showed you a minute ago, if someone makes the same thing, but they make it in Japan, then it's an anime. What separates stop motion from animation? You're physically moving the pieces and not drawing it? Was that supposed to stump me? I don't know. That's a weirder tangent. I'm a big stickler for definitions, and the way the older I get, the more I realize they don't mean anything, so it doesn't fucking matter anymore. Who cares? Think fast, Chuck. But Bennett did in fact think fast. I don't know. I mean, technically, stop motion isn't animation. I don't think anyone would consider stop motion animation. It has animation in the name, I guess, but that's just because you're animating the figures, but it's not an animation, it's a stop motion animation. It's like how a truck is a vehicle, but it's not a car. But a car is also a vehicle. Graboid for Animal tonight? I don't think the Graboid... You know what? No, I have an idea. I have an idea. Nope, that gives it to me, though. It's Burt Gummer Day. We'll do it. We'll do it. We'll do it. I have a better idea, though. Remind me, though. You have to remind me. Well, that would just be 3D animation, then. If you replace every part of that car, would it still be your car? Would it? Yes, because I have the lease. And the title. Lynx, you don't like philosophy. I know you don't. A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't like when... A lot of people don't like philosophy because one, it sounds really pretentious, but two, because a lot of questions in philosophy don't have answers. Or let me rephrase that. They don't have correct answers. Is this the same? No. Okay. I love Dead Dog main building. I love Dead Dog main building. I love philosophy, I just hate the philosophers. Fair enough. Fun fact, I need to remember if it's Aristotle or if it was Socrates, but one of them, and this is like well documented, one of them genuinely thought paper was going to make us dumber. So just remember that not everyone who was a philosopher was like the smartest person ever. A lot of them that just said shit. If you were curious as to their reasoning on how paper and writing would make us dumber, the idea was if we can just write all of our information down, we never need to remember anything. Therefore, it makes us dumber. God, I hate this main building. Especially when I can't even get up the fucking stairs. She should have ended up... Oh, really? No, that was not her. I hit her through her sprint burst. That works for me. It's new, so it's bad. Yeah, even fucking Plato is pulling the boomer shit. Well, on paper, that sounds kind of legit. Oh, he's half right on where Becky was. It's news to me that it's news to you. What if you got a killer that could rearrange tiles? That was actually in the beta, believe it or not. There's a killer called, I believe, the Smasher. And their entire, like, thing was just, their entire thing was just, like, breaking, walls and such. Don't need to scream if you ain't got a mouth. By the way, if you like The Amazing Digital Circus and you have not read the short story, I Need to Scream, but I Have No Mouth, fucking read it. It is such a good short story. I am the Smasher. Play my game. I think they didn't do it because of technical reasons, if I remember correctly. Which makes sense when you think about it. My favorite is Sun Tzu because a lot of what he said was common sense. Remember, common sense isn't common. And I don't mean that to be like, oh, people are stupid. No, common sense is only common, like, in context. I look away, you go from 1 oak to 8. Listen, maybe I'm just good at the video game. Did you ever consider that, James? Isn't Smasher kind of like Pyramid Head, as in destroying the environment and defying the entity's rules? If I remember correctly, the idea was, like, he could, like, break certain walls on the map, like this. But, like, they weren't just breakable walls. They were, like, their own thing. It's news to me that it's news to you. To which degree, who answers to who? We could go on and on, but in the end, who are we kidding? My divinity is past infinity. Am I getting through? Seems our regime has plummeted south. Don't need to scream if you ain't got a mouth. We could go on and on, but in the end, who are we kidding? I love how main building is so strong on Dead Dog that, like, I literally can't catch up to her. Not enthused, just feeling used. Oh, what a goddamn shame. Do. And I'd say he knows a little bit more about tunneling than you, pal. He admitted it. Okay, thank you, Claire. You know, when I was a kid, watching the TF2 trailers and stuff, I didn't know who Sun Tzu was. So whenever I like watched that trailer for Soldier, I would always get so confused because I thought he was saying "Sun." Who said that? Not Sun Tzu said that. My divinity is past infinity. Killer propaganda go. Just take the chance that man. I don't, you know, I've actually never, like, practiced it. I don't know if there's really a way for Pyramid Head to play this. Some killers can play this main building, but, like, I think your only chance is, like, I feel like if you're, like, right here and you do it, like, right then, I think those are your opportunities. I think it's really it. Because I don't even think Pyramid Head needs to really break this wall. Because once they get down there, like, the drop-off from here means you can't use your power. The drop-off there means you can't use your power once you're up there. The drop-off here, like, the only real window in this building you can kind of use your power on is this one, and that's only if they decide to stay. I think that's the issue. And then he perfected it. So no living Swift can form and out of his MMR. Oh, it was diversion. I didn't call it out, but, like, I mean, it made sense. Oh, look, flow state! Chat, look, it's fucking flow state! Oh, look, it's deliverance! Look at me giving a shit, it's Pyramid Head. Who was crouching the whole time? Did anyone have Urban? Man, I love playing a killer that just counters half fucking game bikes. I can't get over it. It's so stupid. Also, I can't get over how fucking consistent this build has been. I really can't. Tell me, Bennett, if being fake is your power, then what are you without it? That fucker Socrates. Socrates was an intelligent man. Alright? He definitely didn't get paid to just sit around and think. That's definitely not what philosophers do. I do love that, like, if you want to, like, go to college for philosophy, your options for using your philosophy degree are one of two things. Either A, you write a book, or B, you teach philosophy. Those are your options. Or C, you become an annoying streamer who sounds more pretentious than he actually is. Those are your real options. Oh my god, we got 2 more weeks of this fucking Rift. Spoilers for my next video, by the way. I'm going to talk about how I think Dead by Daylight's Rift is too short. I think some people are going to hate when I say that, but I genuinely think Dead by Daylight's Battle Pass system is too generous. The fact that I don't play that, like, I play more than most people, right? I play 9 hours a week. Minimum, right? Actually, no, not even 9. I play 4 days, so 12 hours a week minimum. But the fact that I am able to finish the Battle Pass in, like, a month is insane. So philosophy degrees are a pyramid scheme. Kinda. I mean, it's still interesting to know shit. And you do kind of need to know philosophy if you're going to study sociology. So, like, it's not completely useless. It's just you don't need it. Wasn't he like a real-life rage baiter who mocked his enemies by literally flexing on them because he was green? You know, Lynx, you're going to make me Google something. Hang on. Was Socrates a rage baiter? Nietzsche was a fucking rage baiter. He's still rage baiting people to this day. Well, I hate to tell you this, I did not get an answer from Google, therefore the answer doesn't exist. DB's Battle Pass is actually very good as far as Battle Passes go. Definitely the most bang for your buck when it comes. No, I'm not saying. Well, that's the thing, James. What I'm saying, that's part of my problem. I know that sounds like a weird issue to have. I really do think it's one of the best Battle Passes in the business. I think for what it is, even with the recolors and such, for $10 and how fast you can finish it, it is really good bang for your. I mean, again, this skin is worth $10. You know what I mean? Like, everything else is just kind of bonus. But my problem is that as a veteran player, as someone who plays this game a lot, once this battle pass is done, and I do it as fast as I do, I have nothing else to go for. Nothing. Nothing. Like, I'm trying to P9 all my killers, but that's self-imposed. I don't need to do this. Speaking of, Wesker is done! We're done. Wesker's done. Let's go. I don't know. That's part of like my video that I'm working on this week is, actually the audio is already done, but it's going over this idea that I feel like Dead by Daylight doesn't have enough to keep players playing outside of just playing for the fun of the game, which is fine and dandy, but once you play too much of a game, the cracks start to show, and it's not fun anymore for a lot of people. And I feel like, that, again, that's part of the problem Dead by Daylight has. There's no real progression system. Especially once you, like, again, once you have everything, then what? I low-key feel it has been a generous considering DVD as a paid game. No. Again, like I said, like I do genuinely think Dead by Daylight's Battle Pass is one of the better ones in the business. And I feel like if more games had like the Battle Pass take as long as Dead by Daylight's does, and did what Marvel Rivals does, so you can buy old Battle Passes. I feel like that would be the best thing the industry could start doing. Yeah, Darth. Yeah, what Darth said. I missed that comment. Say what you will about Halo Infinite, but you could redo any pass you wanted at any point, which is really nice. Even the free ones, which was really nice. It gave me more of a reason to actually play Halo Infinite, actually. Because, like, I dropped off the game for a couple years, and then, like, when I came back, I had shit to do. Even without, like, actual new content, I had shit to do. Because, like, say what you will about the old daily system and whatnot, I look at this, but I forget it. Like, I didn't even read these today. I just got them naturally. Same with the Rift Pass ones. I barely, like, look at these to see what I need to do. They just happen. And I kind of hate it. Just a little bit. I kind of hate it. The milestone system is fine. I think this is fine. What's in the shrine this week anyways? Barbecue, Overcome. Okay, I recommend getting Overcome and Barbecue, by the way. Don't... Why is Territorial Imperative in here? Behavior, no one's buying Territorial Imperative. Stop it. Just stop it. No one's getting it. Behavior, the true masturbators. We're gonna throw Territorial Imperative into the Rift. It's gonna be great. I think I'm gonna run Blackstrap for a little bit. I haven't ran it in a while. Stop putting free perks in the fucking shrine. And if you're gonna do it, at least make it the good ones, you know? I will say one thing about Dead by Daylight I did notice, and this was when I was on vacation. This game, even on the killer side, is so much less stressful when you're playing it with a controller. On both sides. And I don't know, as someone who doesn't own a console anymore, it's like I've been thinking about getting a Steam Deck. Once I get my whole financial situation sorted, but you know. Who even turns shards into blood points anyways? People who want to finish getting every perk in the game really fast. I save my shards for skins. That's about it. Oh, speaking of, chat, remind me to get the Skull Merchant Blood Moon skin. If we're going to play it for 100 hours, I might as well get some good drip. I was hoping to have enough shards by the end of this to be able to buy it, but I don't think I'm going to. Phantom Fear, man. Run it. Run it. This perk is so good. Oh my god, I can't see anything. Did you... No. Well, I gotta deal with that 3 more times. I can't say anything. I run Fog Vials. I cannot get that fucking song out of my head. I want to just start, like humming it right now. Really? Oh, she flared it, I think. Oh, wait, I still have trails. Oh, I still have trails. Yeah, let's go! I can't believe she dropped that, honestly. Don't need to scream if you ain't got a mouth. We could go on and on, but in the end, who are we kidding? Why? Really? Al, you can't even blame me for this one. I've not listened to Sinister Minds. I don't know what that is offhand, if I'm honest with you. That would be over. Oh, no, they got L and not Meg? That was really ambitious. I feel like I do that a lot, where, like, I'm expecting them to, like, really hard run away, you know? Oh, no, okay, that's Meg. I thought that was 11. I was like, really, dude? I don't even know where she went. Someone's right there. Meg, you can't even be mad about that. That was come on. Come on. Ugh. I mean, it seems fine on my end. At least it's saying it is. I apologize. Not much I can do about technical issues, unfortunately. At least a lot of the time. Really? That gen's the farthest along? Is that where 11 has been hiding? Is over here? Deadlock should come offline now. Found you. I don't think she had life. See, this is the biggest problem with body blocking in Dead by Daylight, by the way. People don't commit to it. Again, this is the problem. People don't commit to it. What? I can't believe she dodged that. That one I do believe. Yeah, it was the other one. Now, Zarina was caged, so I can just kill her out right here. Or Meg will be right there. Did they run back? No, they're right there. I actually kind of want to get Young, and here's why I kind of want to get him. Oh, he's gonna light the way. What? Was it Dance With Me? I promise you that was Dance With Me. They both get out. Yep, GG's. They played that well. And then Meg gets out too. Yeah, they played that really well. Who dis? Jackie's front. I feel so bad when this happens. Who the fuck is Jackie? Oh, well, I don't know. Live now, by the way. No. I should have gone after Zarina, to be fair. I hesitated. I should have either gone after Zarina and fully committed, but she ran back into me. Or I should have gone after Meg. I just committed to that. The other problem is I wasn't patrolling the outside gen. 11 was being... I caught 11 off guard at first, and then I should have... gone back. I don't know if Blackstrap hurt or helped me there. Personally, I don't really like this add-on. I think it makes you worse at the character. GG back or almost immediate. Well, I mean, most of the time, like, if you kill somebody, they're not going to be waiting an in-game unless they're mad. So they're not going to say GG. So the only people who are going to say GG are the ones who escape, because you both end the match at the same time. Especially now that you can just abandon the match once, like, you're the last survivor and you get downed. Like, of course they're just going to end the match. Like, they're just going to leave and not say GG. They have no reason to. Why would they? Tis the unfortunate reality. It just... The killer's probably going to say GG because, again, they're there for the entire match, no matter what. Ugh. Is that a Chris Redfield with a map? I don't know why that scares me, but for some reason that fucking terrifies me. Usually just so lonely and it is what it is. Killer's a lonely role. It's part of its issues. I hunger for Olive Garden, says Darth. I don't know what time it is where you are, Darth. But nothing's stopping you. Other than distance, I suppose. I had a fajita. That was my... I had a croissant for breakfast. And then I had a fajita for lunch. And then I took a nap. That was my day. And hoping this map would lead him further away. Why the fuck did... Was that Alan? Why did he sound like the fucking... The SpongeBob meme? Why have I never made this connection before? Just... I love the idea of Alan just going full caveman mode. I just love that idea. It's very funny to me. That was such a hard flick. Oh my god. My day had me with oatmeal, getting off work early, and having a burger and cake because it was my mom's birthday. There you go. I went to dinner with my mother tonight. It was just a nice little thing. And I'm trying to be better about that kind of stuff. Felix, you know I can just... Okay. Real baguette win. These are the questions. These are the questions we must ask ourselves. How would you feel if behavior added a 4v16 or 6v24 mode? I'd probably lose my mind because my computer would explode. Like, are you kidding me with that? Also, I hooked Alan. I would rather not go for him. I'd rather not go for Chris either if I can help it. I kind of want to just ping pong off of these two. Boop. Alan healed, another boon gets set up, that's fine. That was up there. She had life, I don't know why I even went for that. Oh, could you imagine? Was that Felix? Oh, Jesus God, I have no reason not to go for you now, Felix. Good dodge. I get the injure. She doesn't want to waste her life here, which was probably the smart play. Man, I am always shocked at how much people hold W sometimes. That is fucking insane that he kept holding W there. Like, really, dude? He just, really? That's fucking ridiculous. I have no reason not to head back over here. Boop. That was worth a shot. I can hear him, so I know he's in there. Oh, he went up. Hmm. Good shit. Goodbye. Well, Phantom Fear is off cooldown, so now I just know where Chris is. He's over in this area somewhere. I know other gen has progress. Choose the moment I hear that unhook. I think I'm good. Well, I mean, I've been missing them quite a bit, so like, I mean, I respect the attempt. It's one of those cases again. Like, I know, we all joke about the dodge or miss question, but like, it genuinely leads to a genuine question of like, I saw Chris by the way. It leads to a genuine question, right? Of like, if you hold forward at a loop and my attack doesn't land because you're holding forward at a loop, are you in this locker? Is he just staring at the grounds right now? He has to be. If I miss my M2 because you just hold forward, like around a loop, is that dodging or missing? Because, like, again, you're not really dodging, you're just running forward and hoping that my attack doesn't land, right? Like, it's a genuine question. All right, Chris, where you at? I don't know where he went, genuinely. I don't think he has any way to heal, and yeah, I can see, but okay, he's dead. Unless he has a key. How did he oh, sorry. No. Self-care, I guess? But, like, I'm pretty sure he just loses now. I can see both gates, and even if I couldn't, I have Phantom Fear. So he either has to walk up here, staring at the fucking ground, or, like, that's really his option. I don't know. People think, like, you can duck Chucky's hit, which you can, depending on, like, the loop, but people do it, like, all the time. I call it the no mind game, and it's usually the best mind game. That's part of why I feel like Pyramid Head is so hard to play for a lot of people, because it does get frustrating when you miss your shots because because they're just holding forward. Like, that does feel really bad. Kaneki being 4.4. I can see it. The problem with Kaneki being 4.4, though, is that he does have to M1 you. Eventually, you know? Like, I do feel like that's a part of the problem. Damn, Alan, you avoiding the trail. Is that hard for Decisive Strike? Damn, Alan. All right. Shut it. Yeah, his power should not down survivors. That's the problem with Kaneki. I said this so many times, is that he's an M2 killer that M1s. So he gets the benefits of both. I don't think it was excessive at all. I don't think a character should have like a 30% pick rate. I genuinely don't. I don't even care if they're bad. I don't think a character should have a 30% pick rate. I think to encourage power uses, but I don't think Kin should be 4.4 at all, though, like I said. I think Kin is still encouraged to use his power regardless. Blight going down to 4.4 makes sense. Nurse being where she is fine. Huntress being 4.4 makes sense. Pretty much any range killer being 4.4 makes sense. It's to make up for the fact that they have range. The one exception is Pyramid Head, because again, his range is 10 fucking meters. And even then, it's relatively easy to dodge. I don't think Billy should be 4.4. The restrictions on how his power works, I think they found a solution for Billy, though. Billy is encouraged to use his chainsaw because of the overdrive mechanic. That's another thing. Like, there's two ways to make someone use, like, in Dead by Daylight, I feel like there's a few ways to encourage power use. And I feel like one of them is either rewarding you for using your power. Billy gets rewarded for using his chainsaw even if he misses. Again, he gets overdrive. Or what they're doing with Blight, where it's like, okay, we're making him 4.4, so he has to use his power to get to be successful. No, I get what you're saying, Darth. I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't I would not want to make him down with his power just to make him 4.4. I don't. No, God no. That's one thing I like about Ken's design is that his power is purely mobility. Yeah, you get the free hit, but one, ask most good Kaneki players, you mostly just use it just to get the first enraged, and that's it. And then you just M1 every other time. And like again, too, the benefits of M1ing are just so. I mean, like I say this all the time. Should I have an 80% kill rate on a killer running this build? Because I really don't think I should. I don't know. There's other killers. Like, I always forget Plague isn't 4.4. I don't know why. In my brain, I'm like, of course she's 4.4. That makes sense. But then I remember that would be stupid. Because she can't injure people with, or down people with her power unless they let her. Then there's examples like Krasu, who's fucking 4.8 when she's in head form. But it doesn't feel like it because, again, she doesn't have legs, so you don't even notice it. And then there's like Spirit, who's 4.4. I always forget she's 4.4 because it doesn't matter half the fucking time. You definitely feel it on Chucky, but again, the justification for him being 4.4 is because of how his hitbox works around a lot of loops, and because he's small. And he has a third-person camera. That's justification. Now, ironically, someone correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't Wolf Form 4.4 on the PTB, and then they upped it to 115? Am I wrong on that? I feel like Wolf used to be slower. I don't know. I don't think Fear should be 4.6 just because of how her power works. I don't think that would be no. God no. It was 4.4? Hang on. Let me check. I'll check the wiki, see what the wiki says, because now I'm curious. It probably mentions it. Dracula. Does it have stats for the different forms? Yeah, Wolf's 115. Yeah, 115 because it doesn't have a separation for Wolf and normal. Vampire form, Wolf form. Yeah, default movement speed of 4.6. I think wolf form should be slower, personally. But if I remember correctly, people were having such a hard time comprehending wolf being slower because in their brain it makes no sense. Which, I mean, I don't think is a good justification, but it was definitely one people gave. It's like the Deathslinger argument, right? It's like, well, he can't be... Deathslinger can't be 115 movement speed because he's got a leg brace. It breaks the lore. No, I know people pointed it out, Darth. I was trying to remember if it was actually slow or not. My point is, like, I feel like wolf form should be slower, and it should be more like Chucky. But it just wouldn't feel good because a wolf moving that slow on all fours makes, again, it's cognitive dissonance. Your brain is like, it's running on all fours. It should be faster. Make Slinger 4.5. Fuck it. Let's just throw the movement speeds out the water. Every killer's 150% movement speed at all times. I don't know. I have changed my mind on some of it. Like I said before, like I really do feel like Hag should be 115 at this point. I wouldn't even help her that much. I just think she should be. I also think Trapper should have a 24-meter terror radius. I don't know why he doesn't. They gave it to Pig and Ghostface, the two killers that really don't need lower terror radii. On all fours. Solution! Have the wolf stand on its hind legs. I don't know. Don't tell Lynx that. Lynx will lose their minds. Don't do that. It really is funny to me to think Dead by Daylight at the end of the day is just Hag with extra steps. Which Lynx? Probably both of you, but more likely you. I know what kind of man you are. Also, chat, so I'm gonna do a video. I'm gonna do a video going over Pyramid Head like before and after the changes. And I had a shower thought for a joke. And I'm genuinely curious about this joke. So basically the joke was going to be like how similar Pyramid Head and Artist are, like playstyle wise to a degree. And it was going to be like, I was going to do like the Silent Hill Returns thing of like Camilla's face on the other side of Pyramid. I do not stand by that. I would fucking hate that. Part of the fun of playing against Henry, because I played against one today, is that he's forced to use his power. Because if not, he would just zone you with it and then M1 you. He still does that now, but like it's not as effective as it could be. And it's omnidirectional zoning too. It's not like Pyramid Head where you know where the shot's gonna go based on where he's looking. With Henry, you have no fucking idea. It could be to your left, to your right, in front of you, behind you, right on top of you. So, like, it's trying to make it so when you're playing against Henry, you're paying attention to where his attack is going, not necessarily where he is going. And him being 4.4 helps facilitate that. That's weird, clown. You're weird. Not even just force power use. Like I said, that's the other thing with it too. It's not even just necessarily to force power use. It's when you're playing against Blight, your thought process should be around, okay, he's going to dash here and then here, and I need to dodge. When he's 4.6, you can still think that way, but it's not as relevant because he can just rush you down still as a 4.6. Not necessarily perfectly, but you get my point. When he's 4.4, the thought process goes down a little bit. But a shower thought makes me think of actual showers. There you go. I mean, fair enough. More power to you. More power to you. It's better than my constant existential dread in the shower, to be fair. So, who's the real winner here? The shower way of thinking. Put that on a fucking t-shirt. I'll buy it. I'll buy that fucking t-shirt. It's not even funny. I don't know why I'm laughing. I know, most of my shower thoughts are constant existential dread. So, hooray. My shower thoughts are all about how much I could be doing other things instead of showering. Sure. Let's go with that. Wake mine. You know, I was watching a Josh Strife Hayes video. For those in the Discord, you guys know I fucking love this man. But I was watching a Josh Strife Hayes video today, and it was. I really want to meet this guy IRL because. Fuck me if like I feel like we aren't on the same wavelength sometimes. He was talking about today like the idea of like being known for something. And like how a lot of people won't do things if like they won't be the best at it. Felix, I don't know where else you're gonna go. I am existential, have my thoughts. Well, by definition, we're all existential. That's how existentialism works. Man, Jill, this is real fun just holding W. Look at her go. $30 of that, by the way. Feel the dread. I don't want to feel the dread. Dread's scary. It is just the harsh reality of Dead by Daylight that holding W will just always be that strong, and there's not much they can really do about it. Again, other than just giving you a dash. Oh, she held that well. Because there's going to be some people who are like, Bennett, just use your power. And it's like, I can't. there's nowhere for me to use it here. Was that Jill? That was Jill for sure. It's the whole W Jill, chat. Like, are you fucking serious with that? Free drop Shack palette. And just keeps running. And she kind of got decently rewarded for that, too. That's a sad thing. Jill went left. I'm going after Jill. I'm making macaroni and cheese, and no one can stop me. Is she gonna do the exact same thing she literally just did? Really? I have an idea. What if we made range 4.6 when out of ammo? I've thought about that. For some killers, I think it works. I do think Soldier's Putty should just be base kit for Huntress. I see literally no reason why that can't be the case. I thought I had him there. Was that just Saboteur and not... Okay, fine. Okay. Fine. Works for me. Chi-Chi's. 4.6 outside of World Breaker? I mean, I just... I feel like for Henry, it's not necessary. M1 your way to victory. There you go. Okay, alright. I'm calling it now. Calling it now. The Jill had windows of opportunity and life. Wow, she didn't have windows. She had flow state. Yo, okay. Desperate vision and respect to this, Felix. Kate had Champion of Light? Really? Okay. Phantom Fear is so good. I'm telling you guys, I will propagandize this perk forever. This is slowly becoming my favorite perk. I think I'm liking Phantom Fear more than Lethal Pursuer. She was just in that flow state. Also, she had Overcome. Of course she was just gonna hold fucking W. Oh my god. Show me the champion alive. I will propagandize this fucking perk. It is genuinely slowly becoming my actual favorite perk in the game. It works like Lethal Pursuer at the beginning of the match. Oh, it's so fucking good. Even in the middle of the match, if you're in a chase, who cares, right? But if you're not in a chase, it like tells you where someone's nearby. If you're just patrolling an area, if you're camping someone, like it lets you know if someone's coming for the save because the person on the hook won't scream. Like, it's such a good perk. Aren't you like 98? I am 32, and I will ban you, Lynx. Don't think I won't. And the counterplay for Phantom Fear is they have to look at the fucking ground, which is hilarious when it happens. It's got everything. Alien match? No, I'm just putting points in Alien. For those new, I'm trying to P9 all the killers. Miss Xenomorph is next. I'm just joking, Lynx, you're fine. Just for future reference, y'all have to do something pretty serious to get banned from my chat. We don't even have that many more to go. Like, what do we have? 3 more. 6. That's 9. 9 plus 6 is 15. 15 plus 6 is 21. 21 plus 3 is 24. 30. We have 30 more levels to go. 98, that's disrespectful. I don't know, you don't know how old I am. Find out what gets you banned. Yeah, test the waters. See how that works out for you guys. Man. Sabotage Bennett's toaster. My toaster. How presumptuous to assume I have a toaster. What do you think? I am some hoity-toity rich person who's got a toaster and shit? Come on. Okay, I think I figured out how to do this. Trail plays into new territory. There you go, chat. There you go. We did say graboid, so I think this works. I fucking... Okay, now I have to find some way to make this a pencil drawing. There has to be a way. There has to be a filter that will do this. Oh, no, I got it. If I just make it a stroke and then... If I add a stroke and then make it transparent... Fuck! I thought that would work. Yes! Yes, it works! I'm a genius. kind of too much. Okay, now I got this. If I erase... Speaking of analog horror, what analog... I'm not really the biggest fan of analog horror, so nothing really. Plus, a lot of analog horror has a lot of, like... Analog horror has, like, a lot of problems with it because of, like, controversies a lot of it's had over the years, you know? So it's really hard to, like, say offhand. It's so dumb. It is just a me thing, though. I think I'm gonna set all the, I'm gonna set up all the sketches first, and then we'll get to the main one. This is gonna be such a dumb thing when it's done. It's Vital Kit. See, I don't even know what that is. I don't really follow analog horror that much. Darth, I don't know if you've noticed this about me, but, like, I'm, like, not the biggest fan of, like, a lot of stories and such. Like, I don't really watch much. Like, I don't hate analog horror or anything. It's just not really my thing. And I definitely think part of that is just because of the era I grew up in, where I saw analog horror so much, it just, I don't know. It just got old real quick. This is turning out better than I thought it would. Also, I'm gonna try something with... Yes, you. What is that, like, brownish? Is that all of them? Yeah, okay. I do have to... The Graboid one's actually fun. I just need the Ass Blaster Shrieker one. What the fuck did I miss on the left? 3 animals in one night, 3 months. Someone said do a Graboid because of Burt Gummer Day. So, I don't know, this made sense to me. What the fuck? What am I missing over here? Oh, I see it now. Okay. Okay. Shrieker one's gonna go up here. So, should do it. Oh, Burt Gummer Day is it's the day after taxes are due. And who Burt Gummer is, again, if you don't know who Burt Gummer is, Google it. It's Michael Gross from the Tremors movies. Which I will preface by saying now are not very good movies. But they are really fucking fun. They are really fun movies. Hmm. No, I think that's what I need to do is move them over. So they're not blocking anything. I am putting so much fucking effort into it. Like more, I think I'm putting more effort into this than most of them. Bert will always have some of my favorite movie lines. Doing what I can with what I got is something I say all the time. Fucking. I was denied critical need to know information is such a good fucking line. I feel like I messed up. I think that's gonna have to do. Oops. She blames our problems on the fall of the Soviet Union. What a great way to write Reba McEntire out of the story. You know, she blames our problems on the fall of the Soviet Union. You picked the wrong goddamn rec room, didn't you? Oh man, I need to watch those movies again. Why can't I erase right there? Oh, that's fine. Okay. I have an idea to fix a lot of the problems this is having already. Is that all of them? I think I did all of them. Is that chicken pyramid head? No, it's an ass blaster. All right, totally different animal. Okay, I think here's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna take one of these. In fact, I'm not even gonna take one. I think I'm gonna hide this and down here. I still can't believe Tremors had a fucking TV show. That still blows my mind to this day. Okay, and then I make this fucking huge. Put that there. Control C, Control V. Put that behind it. Put that behind it. There. It's not perfect, but I think it works out. I did it, chat. This is the dumbest one I've made. I love it. Well, happy Bird Gummer Day, everybody. I could probably clean this up more. Critters also got... Critters got a TV show? Are you fucking serious? Critters? What is there in that movie to make a TV show about? I just don't feel like there's nearly enough. Blur this. Yeah, somehow I think blurring it makes it look better. Yeah, blurring at the contours, I think, makes it look better. Yeah, I think that came out much better with the blur. There we go. Okay, there we go. Well, you know what, chat? I think this came out... How much closer are you to 100 hours? Last I checked... Now, again, it does take a couple days to update, but... We are currently sitting at 59.8 hours. And we played a little bit yesterday after midnight, so... We're probably at about 61 now, so we've got 39 hours to go. Now, I play about an hour a night on stream. An hour a night on stream. So if you take... And we play 4 days a week. So that would be 30 divided by 4, which is... I can do math. That's 7.5 weeks. Now, I also play off-stream sometimes. So if I play off-stream every day and make sure I play 5 matches a day, then we can get it done in literally a month. So we should be done by the end of, by halfway through March. Yeah. Whoever chose Graboid should pick the rest for the rest of time. I think that was Lynx. I think Lynx actually recommended Graboid. Alright, chat. I think we're going to call it a night there. It has been fun. Oh, you're a Tremors fan. Recite the entire script. Listen here, you son of a bitch. Alright, anyways. I love you guys as always. We'll be back tomorrow. What am I going? Am I going to stream Mouse PI? Probably not. I kind of want to just enjoy the game, honestly. But I'll see y'all when I see y'all.